How to train teachers in project-based learning without the overwhelm. If you want your teachers to implement project-based learning without burnout, then this is the right video for you. And by the way, you're not alone. One of the biggest mistakes that school leaders make is trying to launch PBL, and it's just too much, too fast, the wrong audience, and without support. So you start losing your staff in the process. I'm Ryan Stoyer from Magnify Learning, and I've been doing this for over 15 years. So we've seen a lot of this happen, unfortunately. So this video is specifically for you, the leader, that is guiding this PBL movement. So in this video, I'll show you how to train your teachers in PBL step by step in a way that builds confidence, creates momentum, and avoids the overwhelm. So here's a 6-part process that every school leader should know. Part 1, start with the end in mind. Stephen Covey. What's your long-term vision? Before you book a PD or buy a curriculum, you need a plan. What does success look like 3 years from now? Don't go 10, just go 3. 3 gets you far enough that you can build capacity to get there. It becomes more of your ideal situation, your ideal school culture. Your goal isn't just that teachers try a project. It's a school where learners solve real-world problems, where teachers are confident PBL facilitators, where reflection, voice, and collaboration are embedded into your school culture. That kind of success takes intentional scaffolding, not one-and-done training. When schools call us and they ask for a one-day PBL training, we just say, I'm sorry, we can't help you with that. Because PBL training that sticks takes multi-day, in-person workshops, and year-round coaching. We've seen it, right? We've seen the one-off. We've seen the do-it-yourself, and it leads to bad PBL and it leads to burnout. We're helping our partners develop a mindset around student-centered learning. That's not a one-day PD, and it's definitely more than a PBL unit off of Teachers Pay Teachers. You need a vision. Part 2, don't train alone. Use leadership and coaching supports. One big mistake that schools make is sending teachers to a PD without admin or coaching support. You must have a leadership team that's walking the PBL journey too. Now, I don't say must a whole lot, but we've just seen the top-down mandate not work over and over and over again. Even if you're the enthusiastic, charismatic leader, a leadership team allows you to create a grassroots movement where your teachers are bought in and they're creating while you're moving forward. So here's how you do that. Host a design day to create an implementation roadmap, this 3-year plan that you've envisioned. Now it's how are you going to get there? After that, you want to schedule monthly leadership coaching because you want a group to solve these real-time issues that are going to come up. You don't want it to just be you. It can't just be you or you're the bottleneck. You'll never get to true traction. You want to create teacher-led PD time. You want to start normalizing collaboration at the adult level so we can normalize collaboration at the learner level. When teachers start to figure out that their principal gets it, their confidence grows tenfold. If you want to see a full video on steps to train your leadership team, check out the link in the description for a video titled PBL School-Wide Framework, a step-by-step guide for principals and superintendents. By the way, if this approach is helping you rethink your PD plan, hit the like button to support your fellow school leaders that are also looking to change without burning out their staff. Part 3, build a culture of support, not perfection. PBL is new for most teachers. It requires risk, creativity, and reflection. That means that your school culture has to support fail stories, teachers sharing what didn't go well, what they learned, so the next teacher doesn't have to do that same mistake. Peer coaching, not just admin feedback. Get teams collaborating, using tuning protocols. Make that a norm. Just think about if every teacher has to come to you to get feedback, which might be happening. Or even if every teacher comes to the coach for feedback. That feels a little better for you, but now your coach is overwhelmed. What if teachers were going to teachers to get feedback and then you only got the big stuff? That would be amazing, right? So start bringing collaboration into the picture. You do need to carve out some time, at least for your first group that's going to go, your first followers that are going to create this path. They need time for planning, for tuning protocol, for reworking their units. Teachers don't need perfection, but they do need permission to grow. As one of our partner principals said, the biggest win wasn't the perfect project. It was when my teacher said, "I'm excited for next time." Keep the momentum going. Part 4, differentiate your adult PD just like you want teachers to. Project-based learning should model at the leadership level what we want for our learners at the classroom level. So it should be relevant. It should be empowering. It should include voice and choice. Not every teacher is starting from the same place. So you have to use some differentiated pathways for growth. Like some start with 2 PBL units a year. Others may co-lead a session or mentor a peer. Some might make some small PBL shifts. Some might just observe and reflect their first semester. That's okay. Meet your staff where they are and support their growth with intentional coaching and collaboration time. All right, part 6, celebrate. Celebrate progress loudly and often because recognition builds momentum. What you focus on grows. Highlight teacher wins in staff meetings, newsletters, PD days, social media. What you focus on will grow. You're telling your staff, this is what's important for us. In the next 3 years, this vision, these are the things that are important. Showcase learner reflections, their presentations, their products. Your teachers are driven to help learners. Put learner voice into that. The stories of your students doing amazing things are your best recruitment tool for the next set of teachers to try PBL. So remember, progress over perfection. All right, your call to action. If you'd like some help training teachers in PBL, Magnify's been training teachers in PBL for 15 years. It's what we do. We have a process where we customize our teacher training to fit your existing initiatives. We have a meeting. What's most important to you in your school culture? Here's what we do. We bring those things together because we know that if they're at odds in any way, your staff won't buy in. But if we can make your language our language, we know that they can go farther. So our goal in that is to create a grassroots movement of your teachers. So it doesn't feel like one more thing. Instead, PBL truly becomes the thing that pulls everything together. So to find out if you're ready to start PBL at your school or your district, go to pblscore.com. At pblscore.com, you answer 15 questions, and then you get a customized results page based on your answers and our proven process over the last 15 years. We bring those things together so you get customized key insights. You get resources and next steps specifically for your school. So go to pblscore.com to see just how ready you are. If you want to see the real difference between traditional teaching and PBL teaching, check out this video.